Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. The show is where we take a look at the daily newspapers and maybe talk about some important issues. Well, I was not here yesterday, but the young ladies were able to hit they run the floor, and today we're all here again to do the same thing. Now I'm going to bring you some little gossip. Some of them are not on the top headlines. I'll be talking about them shortly. But as we know, the cost of living is high. But let me quickly connect with my people in Abuja. This young girl are waiting. I don't know. Hi, young ladies.
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning, blessing, and morning, Rebecca. Let's start today. You see, my audience, they don't even know who you are. Please start by introducing yourself. Who is Blessing? Blessing, tell yourself. Say the full name. Let them know you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Blessing Kule and I'm reaching you from SRTV Abuja.
Hello, good morning. My name is Rebecca A, and I'm reaching you from SRTV Abuja.
You can hear them. That's Rebecca A. Blessing Kule. You know, when I pronounce the Kule, for those of you from Benue, you know what that means. I didn't understand it. It took me time to understand how to pronounce it. All right, it's a great day. And today is yet another beautiful day. Wake Up Nigeria, we're here. But as usual, I would like to know what is going on in your FCT. What is it? What is really happening today in not only in Nigeria? I want to see. Let us see what is really happening with Wike, because I'm interested in Wike and what you guys do in FCT, because this is the capital territory. This is where all the activities of government is happening. The progress should be there. We should export transfer for Lagos. Lagos as is setting example. What happened to FCT? FC.
Well, here the city is calm. Wike is, I would say that he's busy with his party fights, but there's a massive road construction around the city. And like I always say, he needs to do something about the transport system here. It is not encouraging. The one chance and all of that is still very much alive here in the capital city. And if there can be good transport systems where people can navigate the city, then it will really go a long way to help curb some of these criminal activities that these one chance guys do.
I think I'll add to what Blessing have said. Wike is actually trying in terms of road construction in Abuja. Yes, but then he needs to focus more and then leave his own state. He should leave the governor of his state to focus on his own affairs. And then he should face FCT strictly and do more in terms of transportation, because the level of one chance in Abuja here is very alarming, and we need more transport services to run the activities of
Very
the
quickly, Mr. Rishrik is saying here, Rishrik Media Production, he said Wike is working gradually and doing his best, at least better than the former minister. That is according to Rishrik Media Production. So, and you guys did agree that a lot of massive construction is going on. So the only area we need Wike to do maybe to address the issue of insecurity and also maybe electricity. Do you people have lights?
Hmm. Well, when I got home yesterday, there was no light. It's after a while. I had slept up before the lights came on. So the light situation is actually is like it's this is the worst I have experienced in my stay here in the capital city. It has gone bad. There used to be light, but I don't know if it's the tariff hike. It has reduced, and that's the situation at my end really.
Yeah, and again, any news about the battle between Wike and the former governor of his state? Because that is something really interesting. I was reading a very interesting article online, about how Wike is fighting, and at the end of the day, a lot they compared Wike to the former governor of um, of Kogi State. Apparently, we're not sure that the EFCC in fact they are around his premises compound in at the FCT at in Abuja there, waiting for him to come out. They want to hold that guy. You understand? They have a lot against him. I mean the Yahya Bello, and this is the youngest governor of in Nigeria at a point in time. is the one that the EFCC is actually chasing now. If it is true, I cannot confirm it, but that is online report. You know, and when they were doing the comparison, they compare that issue with Wike, who because the governor of his state, they said Yahya Bello is done well because he's able to put in a governor who is defending him. But Wike didn't put somebody who is defending him. And the same drama is happening in my state. The former governor of Delta State, he's Ogidigbo, we call him the former James Ibori. He was the former governor of Delta State. He made a very big statement, kind of criticizing the work of this current governor. And the boys of the current governor came out after him and said, hey, listen, Baba, stay away from the young man. He is in control of his state. What we're saying is that these governors, they lack the former governors, hardly they can hold it for some time. But after some time, it will lose the way. They tell them they lose relevance. You understand? And is that a good thing about him? Blessing.
Um, I don't like that about Wiki. If you'd ask me.
No, what I'm saying is that the governors and the people are fighting. You understand? It's good for us in my book because for a new governor not to listen to the former governor, meaning he has his own agenda. It may not be the best.
Yeah, the agenda might not be good. It might still not be in the interest of the people.
That's
it might
true.
just be fighting over some monies, one money here or one money there, or one contract here or one contract there. It might still not be in the good of the people. So
Yes. So, and I'm enjoying Rich here. Rich is saying for his battle between him and his governor, I think Wike just want to continue to take control over the state, but the governor is also strong to fight back. Then look at the PDP. I agree. You understand? And then I think Wike is also trying to take control of the party to power intoxicate Wike. That is the final word. His man is drunk. You know, Wike is like I don't know, an adolescent child who wants to be noticed.
He just wants to be in charge.
Yes.
He wants to
Wike
be
just wants
noticed.
to be in
In
charge.
fact, it's about being noticed. You understand? And that is the surprising thing for a man of his age to lack comfort in your own skin, and you want to be noticed because Wike is. You see, even the kind of media stunt he plays sometimes, though he tried to do what they call the modern governance, which people rate as good governance. Those are the infrastructure. That's what it means to be a good governor in Nigeria. Infrastructure. Show me the road you've constructed. Show me the DC. Nobody actually asks them. The question I come here every day to ask is, your state have a lot of resources. For you to be a governor that I know, you will tap on that resources. You will not wait for the federal government. That is my pain. I expect every governor to sit down in their cabinet, having collect money from the federal and say, okay, this money, let us put some here so that we can be making our own money. Should there be a situation where the federal government doesn't have money, then the state is going to die. The country will collapse because the states are not making money. The question is why? With all these people they gather, all they do is appoint. Have you seen where the governors appoint people? It's for in my state.
That the this is very, very sad because you see this past administration, like these governors now, they tend to fight the incumbent ones, the ones that are on seats, and then they are not able to do anything. I think Wike should allow the sitting governor to run the affairs of the state so that if there's any problem, he will be held accountable and not. If you check now, maybe there is a particular thing he's actually fighting. And then if anything should go wrong now, they will hold the governor responsible and not Wike because the governor of the state is not Wike.
Yeah, but
So,
Rebecca, there can be another side to it, like what person said. It might not be in the interest of the people. Now,
exactly.
Look at what Obasa just said. Obasa just said when he was a military head of state, they bought 25 ships. We have the Nigerian shipping line. He bought 25 big, on a place we call it Kuna ship. You understand? And it was the national shipping line. By the time he came back, not one was alive. They've liquidated everything. And Obasanjo, out of that frustration, may want to say, hey, this is all I worked for. Look at what people are doing. So maybe the governors who have left say, hey, I have planted this and these young men are destroying it, because I can see the frustration of Obasanjo. And to be fair, I'm not a big fan of Obasanjo, but that man is the only person during the second tenure that shows what we call leadership in Nigeria. When he has age, he has authority, he wasn't looking at anybody's face. The man was doing the job. And this is exactly what we're saying. He might not have all the ideas. I'm not even blaming the governors for not having the right ideas. But that the governors cannot think. And so now
I
if I
blame
want to
governors for not having the right ideas. I blame them. Let me blame them on your behalf. I blame them because before you say that you want to govern a people, you should have ideas. You should. That's why I was really sad the other day when we saw a headline that about how many governors and senators did not sponsor any bill. So I was wondering, what was their drive? What made you to come out to say that you
run
want
for the office, that's a
to
good one.
represent the people when you have nothing to say to make their lives better? You just go there and you sit. Other people are talking. The minority are talking, and you people cannot talk. You are just there. So why did you go there? If you have no ideas, then what is leadership without something upstairs, without having ideas in your head? If you're a governor anywhere, you're a senator, you lack ideas, then I blame you, because what exactly are you doing in that office if you lack ideas? If you lack ideas, that's you can call on people, you can sit down, call people. Yes, what can
That's why
we
they ask them to have a cabinet. Blessing.
what
I
can
agree.
we do to make things better in this area? What can I do here? What can I do here? What can I do? You understand? That's democracy. But when you decide to just stay there and not sponsor a bill and all of that, and you're just there doing nothing, I don't understand. I don't understand. I blame them.
Yes, in fact, the truth is, we vote for people out of sentiment. I
Yes.
swear that the
Yes,
typical Yoruba man knew Peter Obi was a better candidate than Tinubu. Let us be sincere. That is a fact. Everybody knew, not because of if it's not for tribe and religion and certain things, Peter Obi was a better candidate. In fact, by all definitions. But we voted the wrong person, and that becomes the decision we make. If it is the wrong one, we have to live by it. If it is a good one, now we are dealing with it. So I'm not blaming. I don't think Tinubu is such an evil man. But Peter was a better candidate. You know why? Peter came with ideas. When you listen to Peter, he was telling what he's going to do to move the country to where we want to be. And that was what we were following. But those people who were just looking for appointment, or those who want to benefit, not the country benefiting. You see, there's two different things. There are people that think about the country and those that think about themselves. And when you think about yourself, you want your brother to be there so you can give your appointment, so you can feed well, you can buy new cars. But if you think about the long run, which is the country, which affects your children, that is when you now say, okay, what do we do? The problem in Nigeria is not that I say it every day. I try to think simple. It is true that God has deposited in our soil everything possible, and we see Africa have the richest of resources, natural resources, the rest of the world doesn't have. The mobile phone you use, every little thing they use, they take it from Africa, because God deposited intentionally. Oh, God is wonderful. He intentionally deposited those things there. And you see all these earthquake, this and that, you don't hear them too much in Africa because we can't handle it. It's a beautiful soil. Have you heard of anything? Only water that will cover some part of Nigeria, we're all dying. Go to America, tsunami, this and that. We've never experienced any. Because God made us, gave us a special land. And now, I know that Nigerians are intelligent people. I was watching this beautiful video the other day, and it was so beautiful to see how eminent Nigerians were singing. I love Nigeria, I'll remain in Nigeria. It was so good. We have human beings that can make that country work. So what is lacking is how to make this human being tap on what we have on the soil, which what God has given to us and the human being, and make them work. And that's what we're saying. So anybody that says he's a governor And he's not thinking how he's going to use his people to tap on what he has on ground. He's a sinner. It's a crime. If other person should be in prison, not to be governor or to be president. And this is the problem. We are not thinking of how to cultivate our land. It's a simple thing. Any people will not go farm in those days. You know, saying hungry go beat them.
Daddy Chris, when these people come into power, the problem is the first thing they think about is their personal interest, how to loot monies, and they don't think about the way forward. They don't think about the future. They just think about what they are to get at that particular time. I saw a headline today about the ex-governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. He was smuggled out of by governor's security yesterday. He was smuggled out of Abuja yesterday. He doesn't have peace, and he shouldn't, because he
So
has
they
to be.
smoke him out of Abuja already. They are looking for him.
Yes.
The FCFCC are
They
they
smuggled
surround
him
his
by
house.
the governor security yesterday. They smuggled him out of Abuja yesterday.
You see, I said it here before. You know, when anyone comes out and say, "Oh, I want to be the governor, I want to be this," it's just to let my family just move out. It's
Out of poverty.
out of poverty. See, is this life not per head? Is strictly what they do. Just try and pave way for their families, and that is it. They're not thinking about you. They're not
But
thinking about the
let's see.
homeless people.
You see why I think these people are actually stupid. Anybody that want to succeed alone is already a failure.
Yeah,
I'm going to
exactly.
explain this to you. I may have money to buy a very big car, but my money cannot construct the roads that I need to drive that car. And I want to say this, Nigeria. It's a very painful thing that a country like Nigeria will be suffering. You can buy a good car, which you're going to drive, but I'm sure you cannot construct all the roads that you need to drive that car. Meaning, if the society is a failure, you already failed. If the government cannot construct good roads, your car, you will not enjoy it. That's why you go to mechanic, you wash your car every day. I never remember the last time I polished my shoe in England. I never remember, if I'm washing my car, it's out of covenant once in a while, but you must wash your car every day. Before you drive from here to here, dust don't fall everywhere. Is that where you want to live? That's because you choose to be rich alone. The same thing is with hospitals. I probably can afford a good healthcare. I have the money to do that. But do I have money to construct all the hospitals where I need to treat myself? I can't wait for my guests to join this. It's so important that we think of ourselves, yes, but is that what you really need? I think you people should do your stuff and join in immediately. You know, you cannot succeed alone. Now, most of you have stolen the whole money. You have a lot of money in your pocket. Now, the problem comes, how am I going to spend the money? You now want your child to have a good education. It would have been cheaper for you if your children can attend a university in Nigeria. But now, because there's no successful university, because you've stolen the money, you now end up spending the same money that you stole to send your child abroad. You see, I cannot imagine a child in England saying I must study in the US. There are good schools in England. Oxford University is there, Cambridge is there. You have so many options. Why would you want to go somewhere else? If you go, it will be because you have a family or out of covenant, or there's a special course you're going for. But every Nigerian family, the one that have done well is the one that sent his child abroad to study. And the one that is doing well is the one that can send his people abroad for treatment. You don't think, because you choose to be rich alone. You see, in the UK, because you choose to live alone, this is the implication. I've never think of putting borehole in my house in the UK. The moment you park into any house, water is running. I have electricity. That is because the government has succeeded. Or the society is working. So I don't need to build. Now, when you build a house in Nigeria, you must first think of how to get boreholes before you get water. Unlike UK, where water is there for you. That's a society that is working. Because you stole all the money, now you are using the same money you stole to build your own borehole, which is not going to be as good, as effective as the water I use here in England. The same thing is electricity. Because you stole the money, you end up buying these big plants. I was with my friend in Nigeria, and we're spending 16,000 naira then on diesel per night. That diesel that run us the money per night. And we don't have it always. That was then. Imagine if the country was successful, that money would have been saved. if we can put the money that we individually steal together, Nigeria is rich enough for all of us. So I don't know how to preach this. And we're talking about corruption now, but let's leave corruption. You understand?
Um, you know, that
Productivity. Yeah.
talking about this education, yesterday we saw that 27 states, it was on the punch, that they were unable to access 54 point something billion naira that was meant for UBEC, that's Universal Basic Education Commission. And it was yesterday, it was really disheartening, because it is really disheartening, because when you talk of basic education, those are the formation years, the
Yes.
time, the stage where you have to form these children and all of that. And if monies have been set aside for this, and 27, how many states do we have? So if we say 27 states are not able to access these monies, then what is it? Where are we going to? What's going to happen? That's why we have so many out of school children on the street. These schools are supposed to be free so that every child can have access to basic education. But when these people who are supposed to, these teachers are not well taken care of, they come to school, they are not happy even teaching, inculcating knowledge into these children, because they are not taken care of by the government. Monies that are meant to go to them are not going to them. Then where exactly are we going? Like, must you steal everything? Must you steal every money? Must
And
everything be
my
diverted?
problem today is Nigeria is saying insecurity, insecurity, insecurity. The question I ask is, why do we have this high level of insecurity? Because there are so many marginal children who could not go to primary school.
Exactly.
And again, I said, we saw that story about education, and then we saw that like how many thousand kgs of drugs were burnt in Lagos. I said this is a ripple effect. Like you said, in those days, drugs were carried outside Nigeria, but
Exactly.
now they bring it in because this is where the market is.
You
So
know the
when
funny thing? Blessing,
Okay.
they become a victim of their own success. When you
Yes.
use that word, when you become a victim of your own success because you have so much money, now you are misusing it, it's going to affect you. There's a way God created this world. God is not stupid. He knows that if he had created our stomach to be so large, imagine if Dangote belle big well, that he can eat the whole food. If I pack the whole food put, so they don't go hungry before you go die. But God didn't do it that way. He made sure you eat now. Small time you take it out. You need to put again. There's little you can take at a time. There's the amount of, in fact, sorry guys, if I want to sleep with a woman, there's amount I can take at a time. You understand? You can't take all of them. You will die. The food you eat will become a problem for you. The amount of cars you have, so the amount of money they have is now a problem for them. They become a victim of their own success because of their greed. But blessing, what I really want us to look at today, before we look at the papers, is our theme today is productivity. How do we encourage our governors, even as much as they steal, to be productive? Because this is the cross of the Nigerian problem.
Daddy Chris, if
Yes.
you visit Benue State during planting season, during tomato season, and you see the amount of tomatoes that waste, you will weep. And I'm not joking. You will weep. If you visit Benue now that the mango season, if you see the mangoes that waste,
Oranges.
Daddy Chris, I'm not joking. You will stay there and you will weep. There is no factory. Benue State has no tomato processing factory, no orange, none for mangoes, no juice, not one.
Kai,
And things are, I'm serious. You will sit there when you look at how these farmers struggle. At the end of the day, they just end up selling at just
cheaper rates.
anything,
Like,
because
up to, it's
what
just transport to take.
yes,
home.
what will I do if I take these things home? They will still waste. That is where we are. That is where the food basket of the nation has no company to process food. The state has nothing.
and this brings me to the question. I'm sorry. Then I say, look at the governor in that state. He's going to tell me he's a governor. When he can see all this potential and he's not tapping on it, that man is my enemy. He's a sin against nature. You understand? Because a first governor, a reasonable governor will say, okay, what do I have? Not what they have. Because every governor is looking at the oil and the other person has. No, look at what you have. Yes, go on.
Daddy Chris, actually, he has been on Signal quite long, but he's putting effort into that. I think they have built something like for entrepreneurs in Benue right now. They're looking forward to like launching it soon, where they'll be processing stuff and up manufacturers will come up
You
together
know,
to like
if the governor is serious,
be working
if the
on it.
governor comes with an agenda,
I
eh,
don't.
that man now, I saw something though that you sign an MOU, which is online. I wish I could share the images. Yeah, the governor of Benue says signing an MOU with the Chinese company to provide electricity and some other stuff. That's quite interesting. You know what I'm really looking at our so-called commissioners and governors and body baggers there is to come and actually look for what they don't have.
And you know the things that make me want to cry. We have people, I don't want to call names. We have rich people, industrious people in Benue that leave Nigeria to build companies abroad.
Exactly.
You,
Thank you. And
like
that
you
is
live
that
in
is
Benue
like
State.
taking the food of the children and giving it to the
We have
dogs.
billionaires.
We have billionaires that will leave Benue. You are seeing resources that you need to tap from. You leave it and you go somewhere in Dubai and have a wristwatch company or something. I'm like, what is happening? Is it that our brains, we need to just do factory setting for everybody
No,
so that we can
yes,
start afresh?
they need to reset our brain. There's a
Yes.
high level of inferiority complex with us. You see, anybody that have money in Nigeria, if he's not thinking of getting a house, or even most of them, they call me that Chris, I want international passport. How can I get British passport? I say, are you sick? At your age, what are you gonna do with a British passport? Anywhere you want to go, they'll give you visa. What are you gonna do with a British passport? That you want to come and stay here? And I say, I don't encourage it. And I will not. I don't support them.
Daddy
Even
Chris.
when I know I can't support in a way. You see, so there is a big problem. But the question, let's stick to this issue now, blessing. Let's look at Benway today because they are that man. I don't. You call him a reverend father, but let him hear me today. If
You
a
just
have a
said
commissioner, yeah, I'm sorry. If that guy is a Kuma, if you are a governor, your anger today is look at what God. Because Benway is the food basket of the nation. We should be processing yam in Benway.
of course.
Daddy
And
Chris,
when
you
you
know
process
that
it, then you can
there
export
is
it. The time is getting waste. It's getting waste because it's not processed. If there's a
there is
processing
king
factory,
on the governor right now, and then they are trying to they our king just resolved the issue amongst them right now. I think the SGF and the governor, they were having some clash in the same party and like that about stakeholders and the governor back and front. But then I think that resolved the problem, and that also brought issues because if some members of the APC are against the governor, I think it will affect his ruling and
His output.
his output. So that was also a problem. The governor cannot do it alone. He have people that will do it with him. So
yeah. But
I think
what I
he's
really
trying.
want to see sometimes you can defeat people. If Fobarak was smart, he would have kept Wike where he belongs. You know what? He's going to be media friendly, saying what he's doing. Wike will be silent. You understand? Wike love the press. You cannot do things. I know if I advise Fobarak, only 2 days, Wike will go to his bedroom and sleep. If you tell the press what you are doing on a daily basis and look at how we're going to do this, how we're going to do it, and we can see it, the whole world will be shouting credibility. Now I'm happy somebody just came out. I made a comment and somebody came out and defended the governor. You defended the governor of Benue. That is how it works. But imagine if that governor was talking. You know that we don't have any governor in Nigeria that have a media that talks to us on a daily basis. Not even
Yeah.
not twice a week. Because they have I cannot understand how you rule people in your head. You rule people with your mouth. Because when God created this world, he said with his mouth, he didn't do it with his head, though. He said,
Yes,
let
he
there be light,
of the
let there
word.
be this. He confessed them. Our leaders lack credit. In fact, if they do, maybe that's their biggest problem. But now let's look at what he's saying. Richard is saying the governor of Benue State is trying. Okay, he's trying his best to make the state a better place, but his party, so-called stakeholders, are distracting his efforts.
Exactly.
It's like we're
You
saying
know,
That's just it.
people don't, I don't know if some people are immune to good things. Now you just want the governor to come and just waste time on the party or do this and not face the role. Now if you go see, if the governor fails today, nobody is calling stakeholders.
Nobody.
We are going to say the
They
governor
will hold
failed.
him accountable.
They will hold him accountable.
So
Yeah,
that's why the
so
governor should do his best not to listen to
yeah,
them.
and that's why he came
I
out
know
to
they're
say
going to
he
frustrate him anyway. Yeah, they will frustrate him.
and not for stakeholders. He stated it clear that he's governor for the people and not for stakeholders. They expect him to like maybe if he's to do something now, they expect the governor to like maybe give them 50% and then carry out what is to do 50%. And the governor is someone that you cannot manipulate like that. He just wants everything to be done rightly, and that is just the problem right now.
In fact, do you know the funniest thing? You know, I had a discussion with the governor of Enugu, with a friend of mine in Enugu, and she was telling me excellent thing about the governor of Enugu State. So maybe there's something that is hidden. We will unfold it in this period that we're facing the governor. There's a show we are going to launch. We're going to call the state, where we look at the activities of each of the governors. You understand? And see what they are doing. Maybe we need that to help them come out. Anyway, we'll join now with Edo. Edo people, you know, Edo, they are the heartbeat of the nation. You know, when I see Princess, I smile. Princess, where you they go? First, introduce yourself, because sometimes that degree does not introduce you people and nobody even know you people. So tell us, these two beautiful faces coming from Edo State. Who are they? Your sound, Princess. We can't hear you. Check your sound, okay? Yes. Once we hear them, we're going to have Princess back and we're going to have this wonderful conversation with them. And I'm liking Richard. Richard, Governor Alea of Benue is not like the regular politician. So he does not dance to godfatherism. That is just the problem in Benue, which is good. And now, when we have such a governor, you know what I always say? We need to back him up. You understand? Look at what
Yes.
Ngigi did. We didn't back him. Ngigi was left alone. He's been suspended. It's not a story. You understand? Nigerians allow things to die off. And I said to them, if we're going to have anybody that will be fighting for country, our so-called activists should speak out. Other than Falana, you hardly see 1, 2, 3 people who actually come out and say this. Now that story may be forgotten. Falana is just one voice. And I'm saying to Falana, you might be good enough. You might be able to strike. But when it's like one day, it's like this, what can he do? You understand? If you have
Talking about Falana, you know, yesterday one of the papers carried that the monarch, you know, his family members were asking where he is, and people were asking where he is, because since he took himself, surrendered himself, nobody has heard from him. So they were asking, even his family, where is he? That came up.
You mean Falana?
No, not Falana. Like his family, the monarch.
Oh, the monarch, yeah. No, that one, they're going to keep that one for some time. That is the Nigerian for you. But you know what? Falana is doing his best. But what I would have expected, in fact, now that the country is governed by hoodlums, I expect the activists to put themselves into a group that can strike with a blow. Because Falana is doing this. When you do this, what can you do? But if they come together, they can strike with a mighty blow. There need to be a coalition of people who come together for the purpose of good governance, and they will be talking every day. So as the government is working, they are working. So they can give us credible information about how our country is being governed. We need Falana to come together and form a group of like-minded people to save the country. Because PDP does not exist. Once you win. Now, if you go to Delta State now that we have PDP, everybody is going to PDP. People in APC before, they've forgotten APC because they are hungry. You understand? Now they say we go follow who no road.
Really.
Let's hear from Edo first. Can we hear you now? No, we cannot hear you. That's the problem. We must hear you today. We must hear from you today. Let us check the sound, okay? Yeah, go on, blessing. Because we're going to take a look at the
I was just saying that, you know, it's they are hungry.
Yes.
Everybody is just hungry. They're just trying to fill their stomach.
I understand.
And enrich
their family. People. Today, I'm not blaming those people. You know why I'm blaming the people I'm blaming most? I'm asking those of us in the diaspora, how come that we've not been able to form a coalition to actually fight for good governance in Nigeria? One person not going to do it. A coalition. We should even have a parallel government. It's nothing wrong. The president of the Nigerians in diaspora could form a parallel government to checkmate the activities. When we say checkmate, to propose things to the government, work with the government to make the country better. Because sometimes we have seen so many things here. Blessing, when you hear the things you see and you see what is happening in Nigeria, you will be sad. I have never woke up and think of how I'm going to boil hole to get water. You know why? Because the system is working. And it is better for me that I pay more tax. Because the same money I will use to do my borehole, I better give it back to the society that is giving me.
Daddy Chris, you know what happened this morning? I crossed seven rivers and 7 seas to look for a place to iron my dress this morning.
Okay. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Can you imagine? You understand? And what a country we live in. If we're going to live a society where and blessing, this thing would have been simple. You know what? Let me tell you this. All we need is organization. Individually we fail. God has taught us that if we want to fail, we separate. That's why we speak different language. Now you speak Benue, I speak Urobo. This one speak this. It's the separation of God. And that is the last power. That's why we don't have power. By the time we see us as one, that division would have run away. And now we will not be looking for who must be governor of this state because it's my brother. Now let's come to what we're talking about. If you imagine the amount of possibilities that we have as a country, and this is what they give to us, it's so sad. When you live in a society where you think you can succeed alone, that is the beginning of the failure. I cannot imagine somebody being given a country to run like Tinubu. This is country take, and you still steal the money. Or your children begin to abuse things. You will tell them no. For your children and your children's children, it is better for this country to succeed than for me and you to succeed. Because our success, it will get down to tomorrow. Yes. Can you imagine Nigeria don't have a holistic plan of where we're going to be in the next 20 years, the next 50 years? We don't have it.
I'm just driving Nigeria, just driving the car, anywhere stop.
Thank you, my daughter.
And funny enough, I was actually very happy as of in 2020 because these politicians, they think they are doing us, but then they are doing themselves as well.
Thank you.
Because when time came now, they placed a ban. Nobody was to travel out. And then in terms of health sector, some persons died in the process. And that was where you know that the time of reckoning actually came that time.
Because COVID-19 was a good one.
We did not spare the rich. Everybody collect that time.
Then God will take control of this world again with COVID.
Nothing
better than COVID. COVID was a good lesson. Even when they work out too much before, when all the go sleep for house. That time they are so that they give wife money they go buy food for house.
And it's time for the good health sector.
A lot of women were pregnant that period because their husband stayed at home. Because we do job. I'm not saying the truth, you understand? No, it's a good day.
I would say that the Nigerian system of government is the where belle face kind of government. Anywhere belle face, that is what you are doing. And we don't really have a plan. Yes. There's no plan.
My daughter.
There was a system that was working. If
you know why?
For example, if there was a system that was working, Buhari did this, there was a plan. Buhari stopped here. Yes. As soon as Tinubu came, he would have continued. But everybody just comes and then where belle face, they turn. They just do what they want to. That's why everything and move.
I agree with you, Blessing. You see, when we want to talk of the problem facing Nigeria today, we take it to the children of Israel. In Egypt. That is this perfect story to look at. The children of Israel were in Egypt for 400 years. You know what? There was nobody with the initiative to take them out. Not that they don't have power to live. In fact, when Moses came, Moses is not the one that physically take them. Moses in fact empowered them with words of mouth. We live in, you understand? And they followed Moses. So what Moses gave to them was one thing, leadership. And because of the vision Moses had, when Moses even passed on, Joshua picked it up. There's a vision. There's a movement to liberate the people. And we need a leader with an ambition, with a plan to liberate Nigeria economically, because now we now have independence, right? We are not economically independent. And for us to do that, we need to start to be productive. Chinese have done it. The Chinese have done it over a short period of time. Before if you see Chinese product, you don't buy it. Say they make in China, who they buy them? But today, they are the best. All American companies are in China. If you go to the mobile phone, the iPhone you use now, is made in China. And guess what? Who are the people doing it? They are even Americans now relocating to China. That is a wisdom. They said to America, we're going to control your economy. And meaning what they did is create a fertile ground for Americans to come and produce. How can the iPhone, the American product, be assembled in China? Businessmen will want to go to where they can do their things. Do we have a leader? Do we have leaders? In fact, in a country like Africa, where God gave us the natural resources, our own would have been easier. Chinese don't have the resources we have. And we're talking of the preliminary one now. How can the governor of Benue State not think of how to create? In fact, there's no excuse. The money that goes to Benue State still from the federal allocation.
The right question is, how can the past governors of Benue State not think of production in Benue State?
Exactly.
Now let's talk about this one. Now this year, the money that comes to Benue State this month, if you choose to set up 2 plants by calling on foreign investors, let us do this. No, let's small. You know what? Nigeria love juice. With our fruit, let's add more fruit. Then let's make juice. There will be something coming to the state. Call it Benue. Sell your state. You know now Akwa Ibom have an airline. Akwa Ibom airline. You understand? You see, that is good. They should be Delta airline. They should be Benue airline. None of them are copying good things.
So far, so good. The governor is trying. He is.
No, he has not tried. We will see when he starts trying. It's not.
He will do more.
I have no words on if he's trying or not. I'm waiting to see.
We're waiting for. See, I always say one thing here. Work is not a process, it's a result. I always tell you people, when you work with me, I tell you, because when we want to make a movie, I say, we spend this, we did this, we suffer, we do this. I will tell them, nobody want to hear this. What they want to see is the movie.
The results.
So how you make it, it's not my business. Do it. So how it's your job to use all the things available to make it happen. Let us take a look at some of the papers. So else we're going to be here today with no results. Come on.
Okay.
Where do we start?
I think we should punch it this morning.
Okay, let's see punch.
Yes. The big story on the punch says FG writes governors as agency predicts flooding in 31 states.
Wait, am I using the same punch?
Oh. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
It was at my end. That was for yesterday. Okay.
You so love yesterday. Oh yeah, nah, yes.
So the punch this morning says El Rufai marketers fuel subsidy claims wrong. This is coming from FG and NNPC. Bring evidence of subsidy payments. Lokobiri tells El Rufai and marketers. NNPC insists it is recovering full cost. Marketers peg petrol at 900 naira per liter. And on the top, we have policemen, Kogi government, foil EFCC attempts to arrest Yahaya Bello.
That's a good one. You see, so how long is your governor going to protect you? That's a good one, though. How long will the governor of your state protect you from this arrest? We'll wait to see. Eventually, you will be caught.
Okay. Anti-graft agency condemns obstruction of arrest, and that is on 12.
Mm-hmm.
Cardoso links depleting reserve to debt repayments. CBN stops bank from lending 50% of deposits. This is on page 18 of the Punch. We have PDP governors warn against illegality as NEC meets today. This is on page 2. And by the bottom, we have FG to execute 3.8 billion naira, $8 billion gas supply agreement in May. And this is on page 17. 29 Yoruba nation agitators remanded Oyo demolishes base. APC drags Kanu judge before NJC over Ganduje suspension. And this is on page 12.
Where's the central picture here? I can see president there.
Yes.
A lot of old people. This is a government of old people. Look at them. What is going on there? People driving wheelchair. The president can't even stand too. Baba don't old. Old is. I always tell people, age is a disability. Whether you like it or not, it's like me now trying to do 100-meter race at 56. How is it going to work? Eh? There's time for everything. Let's see whether we have this our ladies back. Edo, are you there?
Yes, we are here. Can you
Yeah,
hear
we can
us?
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Just tell your people to
Okay.
remove the display on your screen. You guys look amazing now. All right, then we can
Wow.
hear you. Good.
Tap
Yeah,
the screen.
let's see. Let's finish
And
that.
there's one here saying heavy punishment awaits persons threatening Nigeria's unity. This is coming from Tinubu himself.
Okay.
And this picture here is a picture of the president and Paruben Fasharoti. This is not so
Uh-huh.
clear here at my end, but they were at the presidential villa in Abuja here on Wednesday at the State House. Yes.
But Baba face on the smooth too. Tinubu face on the smooth very well. This presidency, get as if and I see the governor of my state. If you see this face before, if you see how the face come round now, come clean up. Like, wow. Uh, hello, Ado, welcome to the show.
Thank you,
Welcome to the
sir.
party. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fine.
Please introduce yourself to because sometimes we come here and the audience don't really get to know who and who is this. We assume they already know us. No, let's do that always by also I'm so and I'm this. So let people introduce yourself.
I'm Princess Omoyeme.
I'm Charity Fanchuku.
Charity. How come Charity and Rebecca they are wearing SRTV? And I love SRTV pastors now. Thank you guys. We're proud of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys know what we're doing here is a newspaper review, and we were just going through punch. But before we go into the punch proper, because we're going to spend some minutes on this punch, because a lot of good things are there. What is going on in Edo State? Where are we?
We are where we are. We
Let's,
are where we are.
before you talk, I saw you yesterday. Many of you may not even know who Princess is. Have you seen Princess on stage? She's a real woman of God you see here. I saw her put this and I said, what? I mean, on the big pamphlet. And I was on Facebook and I said, are you joking? We better think of how to make this one. We're gonna make
Let's
this is
let's
before
put
we say. You know what I
SRTV
said?
side.
Yes.
Let's say that to her.
You know what is good there? I said SRTV now. God has given SRTV all these resources. The resources are the human being. How do you use it? It's my job to do it. If I don't, it's not your fault. You see what I'm saying? God has given you some resources. You will need to tap on it. And I'm going to look at that carefully. Anyway, tell us how Edo is because it cannot be what it is. I know saying I don't put on a deputy somewhere. I don't cool am. They cooler now. Eh?
It's politics, sir. It's politics.
Kai.
And, it's politics. I think everybody needs to play their game. We are having big weeks, the camp from PDP to APC. Even though we're hearing the PDP saying lots of people are also decamping back to them, but it's a shaker here. So we are watching. People are decamping from PDP to APC.
APC.
Um, it's not because of presidency. We have our own unique political situation, and
Yeah, I
that
trust
is why
Edo.
people are yeah, that's why people are decamping, irrespective of presidency being APC. And
No,
we are
I don't
looking
have
at
heard that story. The last time you people stood up and defended your vote during the time of the comrade, who has turned into a
yeah,
vampire now. Then comrade was comrade. And two people defended their vote. And it is the first time in the history of the country where
sir.
that
I
thing
don't
happened.
want I don't want to make it look as if I'm supporting any political party or
Yeah,
anyone. Comrade, he made his name.
yes.
Comrade, even till now, if he passes through the streets will shut down because somebody's passing. Yes, that is the truth. He
Okay.
still has street credibility, and the people still love him, irrespective of what the press are saying, whatever. People still love him.
Yeah,
Projects
but
that he did, they are still standing. Let's leave all this drama we see on social media. The project that he did, they are still standing. The
as a
roads are
governor.
still,
Yeah, but when we
yes,
saw Comrade as
yeah.
APC national chairman, a lot of shameful things came out of his mouth, and I'm judging from what he said. No, normally, when I read the Bible, I only listen to what Jesus Christ said. That's why I still go to church. I don't listen to other people. Only what came out from Jesus' mouth is what I follow. If I follow the other ones calling me a Gentile, I won't be going to church. I quote me. I'm not a Gentile. God did not create one race superior to the other. Not God I know. So if you tell those people a Gentile, who says so? That's you, not God. Jesus Christ will never call people Gentiles. You understand? Look at what, so you can watch. They didn't misquote that man. You understand? They didn't misquote Jesus. So that is where I follow what Jesus Christ said alone. I am quoting what this man said. When he was a comrade, he was man of the people. But when he became APC chairman, he was telling me your sin, he was washing sins with baptism because you come
He's
to
a
APC.
politician. See, when he was a
Yeah,
comrade, he was an
but
activist.
at that
Now
moment, he's no more a
he's a
comrade. He's now a politician.
politician.
So yes, so
Yeah,
at
he's
that
a
moment, he's no more
politician.
comrade. That's
Yeah,
what I said.
he's
We
a
knew him as a
he's a
comrade, then he changed to a
politician.
politician. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
Princess, I agree
politician. Yeah,
with you.
no,
As
he's
at the
a
time he became a
politician.
politician, he's no more a comrade.
That's their business. My own point is,
Uh-huh.
forget this. In politics, the reverse is the case. Forget what they say. Yeah, I will do this one, or this person is this or that. Forget what they say. By the time the card, they play the cards, they play the situation, they play the people. It is what you want to hear, what can give them result at that point in time that they will tell you. So
Yes.
let's be very practical. you
All
know
right.
let's be very practical. Like the people that that decamped. Now, if you check your post on our blog, you see some prominent people decamping, and he was explaining to one on a later post that this is the reason why you did not win, or so we are sorry for. It's just drama. So it's how they play the drama that counts. You
Okay.
understand? So
Okay. But
what me I'm taking home from all this is
yes.
the effect it has. What we could feel from each of these governors, the effect they had on us, positively, negatively. That's what I'm taking home. Now, what see the okay, comrade Oshomole, he did lots of mouth damage. That man get mouth. He did a lot with Pastor Isaiah. It damaged him during campaign. But watch the last election, the other election, Izeyamu had to decamp to APC. This is the person that you rubbish to finish. So he finished him up to his educational qualification. And
Uh-huh.
the guy decamped. When the guy decamped now, he now became the guy's mentor to make him
Uh-huh.
win. And everybody came out and said, no, 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 this person you said is a criminal. This person you said, just the way you are saying it now. And everybody started blasting him that, no, it is you that said, and we are not doing. He started kneeling down around the Obini City, the Edo State. He started kneeling down everywhere, begging everybody, forgive me, oh, I just talk out. Forgive me. So the one I'm saying now,
You know what he said about Obaseki? He said, "How can you be asking questions? Say God don't win." That was when he wanted God win. And he said, the guy God don't win now. They need to talk. That man have a way of using the right words at the right time. He make
the
good
man
use of the name
get
God
mad.
win.
Now I tell you, he get mad.
So at
So
that
that's
moment,
what I'm trying to say.
what I'm
He
saying
get
now is
mad.
that
He get mad.
Princess, two things here. When he was a comrade, we knew him. When he now became a politician, we also knew him. So we now know him to be a politician today. Anyway, let's look at what one thing you said, and I think we should follow this a little bit. What is our take home from all this? All right. If they fight, is it good for us or not good for us? I think it's good for us. Because politics, if politicians go to bed happily, then we are in trouble. If they go to bed sleeping together, we have a problem. They should be fighting. When they fight, they will tell us what this one did. This one, no, this one did this one. This one did this. Oh, you didn't know him. Then we see the secret of governance. It's until they fight. Ah, uh, listen, if you want husband and wife, if you want to know what they have for that family, now only when they fight. Oh.
Yeah.
You know, say women will go out, go talk with it. They're not supposed to talk. They don't verse. They don't
Sir,
provoke.
let me tell you
Eh?
one thing.
Eh.
Even if they fight, it's only social media that gains.
No,
And
you
we'll see
see,
you stop. It
Wait
does
now,
not
no,
change.
not
It
be
does
only
not
social
change
media. It changed,
anything.
oh.
Oh,
It changed, oh. Let me tell you. Now,
hey.
only armed robber when they can't rob you, carry gun. You think he has power? He's afraid. The person that is taking the biggest fear is in him, because you that enter somebody's house with a gun and you want to take something from him, you know you are taking the highest risk. They might pretend to be strong, but they are in big trouble. Anybody in governance that doesn't have applause of the people, you see, let me tell you what God really wants is praise. We human beings, we are like God. If there's anything you take from us, is when you start not praise us. We will do anything for praise. We are in the nature of God. When say God, feed my soul, what the body eats is food. What our soul eats is praise. And our spirit love music. So there's a different food for us. So we must not, our soul, their soul is dead when they don't get that praise. And that is what is lacking in them. That's why you see them walking like idiots. With all the food they eat, they are still looking, they are in trouble because they've lost one thing. They lost their soul. That's why the Bible says, what will it gain the man to inherit the whole world and lose your soul? They don't understand it. Your soul is what you lose when you lack credibility in the presence of people. When people are not saying things about you, you should be running. Because that is something, even God could not stand without that food. David know how to do. He was feeding God's spirit. He go don't do all the battle finish. He will come there sing to God. God not gonna know. Before you know, God don't give up. God don't take somebody wife, but they don't give up, because you see, that's why life is about putting. God will not make a poor man rich unless the poor man understand how God created that thing. He will go collect his own. So the rich men or the so-called politicians are all in trouble. Tinubu not asleep. Do you know what he said? He said they are abusing the hell out of me on social media. That I don't want to look at it anymore, because a part of his soul, what Tinubu wants is his soul to be happy. Praise is what we all need, and they lack it now. We must not give them our food to feed their body and also feed their soul. It hurt me greatly when I see people like that being feeding them. Now, let's take a look at the paper before we go too far. Look at what they say here. Yaya Bello is on the run. The guy they run now is on the run. You know, I told you before, I said, this bag I wanted to be president. You know, you were putting his flyers everywhere. My friend was the one defending him. And they said, this one, they say, he's the best governor. The youngest governor, I'm talking to the youth now, and today it's me and you young people. How can the youngest governor of that time be the biggest disgrace today?
A show of shame, sir.
Nana said that we want a young person to be governor. We want the youngest person. We want youth governors. But look at the youngest governor of at that time, of that regime, is the one that is now under EFCC. Now, he's playing the card well. The day they go Yaya Bello, I will do party here. I'll call here the dance. When the show will start, I will say dance. Because you know what? Yaya Bello, in fact, what with the resources, if you know what Kogi State have, Kogi is another blessed land. The amount of mineral deposit in Kogi State is unbelievable. But what is he doing? He goes to Abuja, collect money. While we are talking now, his house is in Abuja. I can tell you, he has a bigger house in Asokoro than, that's why the police were trying to hold him. In Asokoro. What are they doing in Asokoro? Is that your house? Your village where you come from? In fact, no, these boys need to go to prison. They belong to jail. And this is not something you're going to joke. Yaya Bello, me and they follow FCC. If I see you, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to call them and say he's here. Come and hold him. You know, it's good we humiliate some of them so that they will serve as a deterrent to others. For those of you in office now, if you come out, now so they go pursue you, they chop. Okowa will never get chance because Okowa they go read the paper because he must have used all our money to campaign for PDP. I don't know what the APC they do. Mona look into Okowa background because the amount of money Okowa spent on that election, data set money is what they were using to run PDP's campaign. They need to hold that boy. He's a bad boy. Me, and they look for where I want to make them hold her. You see, what I'm saying here, this is my opinion, not the opinion of SRTV, please. When I come here, I say my mind because these kids they are playing with our future.
Yes,
My
yeah.
question today, Princess, which is the thing I'm trying to talk about on a serious note, is I have only one question. What will it take our country to change? I use one instance today. I used the story of the children of Israel. They would have still been in Egypt today had Moses not come out. And Moses came out with a clear mission. I'm going to liberate you. I'm going to move you out of here to here. It was the children that liberated themselves. But what they needed was leadership. Now, the people, Nigeria is suffering. We are still under economic bondage. We are hungry. We cannot feed ourselves. We have all the potential to do so. Like the children of Israel had all the potential to move out of Egypt, but they couldn't. They needed Moses to help them, to engineer them, to preach the gospel, to tell them, hey, you can do it. What our governors what are they doing, or what must they do so that Nigeria can become productive by encouraging people of their state to go into productions? We started this set with with Benway, where they have a lot of orange wasted, a lot of tomato puree wasted. All we have done is not to look for somewhere to repackage these things and they can be preserved and sell and export possibly to the rest of the world, but instead they are getting wasted. And there is a governor who collects money from the federal government and go and try his dream party. Thank God this one is the Reverend Father. He wouldn't be marrying any wife, but he not me say he not go take for back, but he not go marry any wife. Thank God for that. So let us take a look at this. You understand? Where do we go from here? What do our governor? How do we send a message to them? Or what do you think they should do so that Nigeria can come out of this? Because we need Moses. So the Moses of this time is not going to liberate us. So it's the Moses that will tell us how to cultivate our land, because God deposited a lot of good things there, and we have people to do it. You have young people. Look at them. So two accusations today. One, you young people, una be governor, now say una won't be president. Now the only governor now don't turn to show of shame now. Now they say. Number two, what did these governors go do? Make I take PG talker. When Nigeria go come out from out of abject poverty, because our problem is economy, food, no lack of productivity. So when they clap for people, you the young people, sometimes you clap for people who are raping you by constructing roads. Say they do water. Water is water something. A senator, have you seen your senators? All the senators, their community project are to go do water. A senator will go commission pipeline water. The money they use to commission the water, the transport there is more than the money they use to construct it. Have you seen your commissioners, all the members of House of Rep, the senators, all they do is street light. Have you seen street light in your place lately? That is their project. It's our problem, street light. We not tell them the truth. It's our problem, pipeline water. Our problem is productivity. All this water will come out.
Yeah.
So, but we really don't ask them. So I'm going to leave this to you people today, because me and you, now get young governor, the young governor now rape also. So Mona, tell me what we will do next. I leave her to the house. Back quiet.
Governorship leadership is not about age. Nigeria's problem is very complex.
Okay, but wait,
Nigerians,
before you say nothing about age, you see this, Baba? See the two of them there. One day we share. One office stand where. See the president, our president with that. You want tell me say nothing about age? I go feel run. I go feel do 100 meters again. I'm 56 years old. Can I do 100 meters?
So you say more talk now. You know you don't.
I am leaving now. I'm leaving now.
Okay, make them talk first. Maybe talk last.
No. Look at bring una out. Oh yeah. What will two accusation? No.
Abuja start first now.
Oh yeah.
Like Princess, you said it's not by age.
No, I said talk your own. Talk your own.
I accept it, but at the same time, I still disagree, because somebody with good intention, but then that is very, very of age, cannot be able to run the affairs of the country. He might be willing to do things for the country, but his age might limit him into doing the necessary things. And then the people around him, the appointees and the rest of them, they are the ones that will make everything go on smoothly. But if they fail to do so, then it will affect our country and our society. I think age too is a factor here. But then I don't know. people are not, they don't think the same. Character is not about a race or a religion. Is self-discipline. Let me just put it that way.
For me, I would say that we have a decaying system. Yes. So if you are on the surface, you will not see that this thing don't rot you.
You don't rot
So
inside.
yes, for Bello, Yahaya Bello, I think
Um,
maybe, just maybe, he had very good plans. But when he dived in, he saw that this system it don't decay. Now operation life na per head. Let me take for me and my family. Because where I want start from, that's on a lighter note though, but my take here is that our system, we have a very decaying system that is not working. And most times, like you said, you can't effect change alone. You need people holding hands, people to hold your hands while you try to effect change, right? Of course, leadership is not, like Princess said, it's not by age.
Yes.
You need a sound mind. Leadership needs ideas. The leader needs people around him who are pursuing the same vision. Let's take SRTV for example. If Daddy Chris has a mission to say put this, let's say logistics, he wants
Yes.
to do a logistic company and this is how he wants it to be. And I'm thinking different, you're thinking different, Mary and the rest, they are thinking different, they are not trying to come together. You will see that this cannot, we cannot
It
bring it
cannot
to
work.
fruition. Yes, it can't work because unless you can't stand alone to actually do a project and all of that.
Exactly.
Again, like I started by saying that the system has decayed. There's no system that is working, and so anybody that comes in just dives in and say, "Oh, let me just take my share of the national cake. Let me cut it. Let it be big enough for my family because the way I'm seeing this thing is like there's no hope for the ordinary Nigerian. So let me just take my share." I feel like that is it. If we have, if we want to really change Nigeria, then we should start by the system. See, everybody's corrupt. There are people in USA that are corrupt. There are people in UK, in Canada that are corrupt. I think their limitation is that there is a system that works. So when you step into those shoes to govern, you are not thinking yourself. This is what they have plans, their goals, their plans that are said, this is what we want to do, this is what we want to achieve. This person that you're succeeding did this to this point, you are taking it forward. Do you understand? So I think our problem in this country is a decaying system, a system that is decaying, that makes people of sound mind. Some people, I don't know,
I don't know what
Yahaya
changes them actually when they
Bello's
get into
this
this.
thing, what he
What's
came
your
in
take?
with. But I feel like people just dive in and they feel like, this thing is like you have to take your share. Or if not, I feel like when
Yeah,
people come into government, they are pitting people, they are like, for the ordinary Nigerian, there's nothing for you.
And they are still corrupt to the extent of people that
you
checkmate
see them
beside
themselves.
them.
So it's
Okay.
the system.
Just
Our system has is decayed. They smell. So it's a
Okay.
like it's a wear
Like
belle face system of government. That's
yeah,
what I
like what she said, I feel like even if you have the intentions of working, if the people around you are so corrupt, it's just a matter of time. You too will get corrupt too. So, like Princess said, it's not about age. I think it's more about the people around you. If you really want to do something, like she said, if Daddy Chris wants to start up a logistic company and everybody has different mindset, I don't think it's going to work. So if people around you are not seeing the same vision that you are seeing, then I think nothing is going to, it's just a matter of time, then you get corrupt and the whole system just crashes.
Don't finish.
Yeah.
And I don't finish. Okay.
we don't finish. Oh,
Abeg, how many of una dey get PVC first of all?
I refuse to give
PVC.
me my own.
Do you have a PVC? Do you
They
I
get?
refuse
do.
to give me my own. They didn't see my
I
own. They didn't see
Oh,
my own.
okay. Are you involved in any political party system in any way?
Yes, for me personally,
Are you a member of a political? Is a yes or no answer? Are you a member
no,
of any political party? Do you follow
no,
the
political
proceeding?
party.
Yes. Okay, wait. Do you
no.
No.
follow the wait now? Be coming down now.
Uh-huh.
Do you
See,
follow the process? Calm down now. Now yes or no? Now,
No
now we be
pressure.
judge now.
Uh-uh.
Calm down. Do you follow the processes of the local politics in your area? Yes or no?
It's a yes or no something.
Yes.
See,
Yes or no?
this thing
Your
for me it
question
cannot be
is
a
Wait.
yes
yes
or
or
no.
no
No.
because I
Do you are not no. We have established the fact that you are not in any political party. Okay? So I'm just
Yes.
asking, do you
Yes.
follow the
Yes. The
trend
activity.
and the happenings of the political activities around you? Yes or no?
at the local no.
Okay, so I'll take it from here now.
Okay,
You see why I
don't
said
cut
our
me.
Nigeria, if you cut me, I will not cut. Nigeria is a very complex system. And if we want change, it begins with us. Everybody is shouting, Yaya, Yaya Bello, Yaya Bello, Yaya. Yaya Bello is somebody's brother. He's somebody's neighbor on the street. He didn't fall from up.
Yes.
Yaya Bello, once upon a time, was somebody like me and you. So where did he pick the corruption from? Is it when he enter power and pick corruption? No. If you follow political system, you will understand that they did not just pick him from somewhere to become governor. He had been in the system. He knows what to expect. He knew what to do. He knew the agreements he signed. He knew what he was going. He knew what he was coming up against. Now, if both of us, all of us here, do not follow the system, if all of us here cannot rid ourselves of corruption, we are complaining of our leaders. Our leaders are a representation of who we are. 1/100, I told some of my players recently, I say 1/100 now fair. So you cannot come and say na me different, na me good. It's fair. All of us are the same thing. If you say all our leaders are corrupt, that's why we need to be careful what we say. If you say all our leaders are corrupt, all of us are corrupt because we voted them in. So we cannot absolve ourselves. We have to be responsible individuals. That is where change comes from. We must be responsible and we must take responsibility for our actions. I was going to the site, I went to buy water for people walking. The day before, I bought on the road for 300 naira a bottle. When I went to buy at the depot, I think I bought for 200 and something. In short, I was shocked because it was the drink we got was 160 naira cheaper than what was on the road. That small one like that, is it government that puts the money? Yesterday evening, the water that they are even making about 100 and something profits that I bought 2 days before, I bought it for 400, like times two the price. Is that one a government thing? What I'm trying to say is that we Nigerians, we are very responsible set of people, a very uniquely, I don't know, God create us well, I don't know how we did it. We don't take responsibility. We enjoy blaming the other person. We enjoy blaming the other person. You understand? I simply ask the question, are you involved in your local politics? Does not mean that you should go and be a card carrying member of a political party. Whether you like it or not, for you to lead any country, it's everywhere. It's either you are in the military and you are doing cool or whatever, or you are in the political system. That is how it is. You are in the don't cut me, I know cut. That, or
Okay,
you are in the political
you know,
system. Wait now, wait. Now you come and you blame Yaya Bello, and you are telling me age. Yaya Bello is a young person. He's a young corrupt person. And I had so much zeal, so much energy. I was like, man, this election, the last governorship election, I was so like into it. And you turn my back upside and you will not see any political card there. And I was so shocked that people, one of the persons we are doing movement with, I will not call his name, his brothers go beat me. We're doing movement with is a young man, a very young man. He's a lawyer, very young man. You know what he told me? He said, man, if you see where you gather money, make you come up for here. And I was like, wow. And this is the person, I had to sit down and I reasoned. That is a core politician. So when anybody comes out and say, I'm going into politics or I'm a politician, check their basis, check their integrity. And I always say it's a people thing. So we cannot come and say it's a decaying system. If it's a decaying system, me and you, we are all contributors to it. I always tell
Yes.
my young people, I say, I love my country, Nigeria. I said Moaka wrote a poem on that when I was small. I read that book. He says, I love my country, Nigeria. When I was still a very young coach, and I kept saying it. Over 12 years after, one of my boys told me the same thing. He said, I just told somebody that I love my country, Nigeria. My coach used to say that. 12 years after I started saying that thing to them, then I realized that I was saying it. I did not know how many people I have affected by that. The world is not going to get better. Our political system, let's not deceive ourselves. It's not getting better. This is the end times. It's not getting better. But the truth of the matter is, what are you doing about it? What are you doing to change it? People will decamp from one party to the other as far as their interests align. That's why I was telling Daddy K that whether they fight or not, all those on social media drama. When they finish fighting, they will still go and drink beer in the same place. They will see. I don't. I've seen. I've seen them. They will fight. You see it on newspaper. When they leave that place, they will go and sit down. They will drink pepper soup together. And they will laugh. And they will laugh and gist. And tomorrow they will continue the fight outside. So that increase. The point I'm making is, me and you, we that have our PVC, we have our voters, and we claim we are young. Not all young people have sense. Oh, I'm telling you, there are some young people that very old, wise, cunning people. They front them, and they are behind doing the thing. All of us, we will just gather like band of children, not all these small children. Yeah, we will just be following the young face, the mascot, but the people pulling the strings are behind. So that's why I asked you, do you follow your local politics? If you follow your local politics, you will see young people coming out as councillors. Look behind them, you will see the puppet masters. So it is not about age. It is better you carry the masquerade and say, see the masquerade, than you carry one beautiful model and put in my front, whereas the masquerade did the back. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the age is not good. I'm not saying that. I'm a young person. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that let's look beyond age. Let's look beyond sex. Let's look beyond religion. Let's know that change begins with us. It is only the political system that will give us our leaders. Let us be politically responsible. Let's look at the local people playing politics in our area. Observe them. Understand how this is done. So that by the time we come out to critique and commend people, we will not just be a bandwagon. So that tomorrow that the Christ will not come and say, see all of now young people, see young people now bring the come out. No, shine our eye. So when we see a young person, is this person an independent mind or they are puppet masters? That's my take, my simple
Princess,
Let's,
just
I think
you
this is
can
good
fire
place to
now.
okay.
I heard everything you said, and about the decaying system. I still maintain that it's decaying. And while I said the system is decaying, I did not pinpoint that the government system. When I say system, I mean all of us. In one way or the other, we are enablers of these things, whether it's directly or indirectly. We are part of this decaying system, right? And um, this particular discussion and this question, Yahaya Bello is the focus. Is for me, he's the focus right now. If you say that, yes, me, I know that this our system. Personally, I feel it is decaying. It's a decaying system, right? And Yahaya Bello has he came out and then he won the governorship election. We know that the system is decaying, but we expected better of him. It's the same thing we are talking about the governor of Benue State. The system there is not working. We have had past governors that the state has not moved to a production state. We are still where we used to be. And we've had governors, but what are we saying? We are saying that the governor of Benue State now, he's doing better. He's trying. Although the system is decaying, he's trying to do things differently. That is what we expected of Yahaya Bello.
What is the system? Blessing, wait. What is the system? We young people, we have inherited certain phrases. We have inherited certain phrases. Corruption number one. I told you about so we're doing a camp and we asked a child. It's like she was distracted and we asked her a question. And she was like, this is our government. Very corrupt. And we're like, whoa, where's that? Like 10 years old. And we're like, wow, where's that coming from? That means she has
She
she
has
has
said
heard
it.
it so much.
So much.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm not criticizing you. I'm not criticizing you. But there are some things that we have just inherited, and we are going on the status quo. You understand? I believe that begins with you, and I believe that we don't have leaders of tomorrow. Every young person is a leader leading today. As an alumni of Flip Africa, we go by the policy that our leaders, our young people, we are leaders leading today. I'm a chess coach, and in chess, we say it's a zero-sum game. Chess is like life. What is good for one side is bad for another. Bringing out the entrepreneurial side of me. If I go to a place and fruit is wasting, blessing, meaning say you come up for that Abuja, you go Benue. Fruit is wasting. It's true. Gather your salaries 3 months, 4 months. Go Benue. Fruit is there. Fruit is wasting. You are waiting for. You can start a local juice processing. You can approach Smedan. You can approach some other people. That means that you are going to get your raw material at a ridiculously cheap price. You understand? You can use that system and you can make something out of it. What is bad for one side is good for the other side. So when you come and complain about something for me, the first thing I will calculate is that alpha we run this here as in 1 or 2. When you start something, other people will follow. I agree the system is still well. What is the system? He
All right.
wanted to bring ShopRite to Edo State, and many other supermarkets fought against it. But now we have some other people that were able to do 1 or 2, and then other things were coming out. I agree, whatever is bad, but the truth is, change begins with us. What tangible thing are we contributing to the society? That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Let us try and work this out, age
All right.
irrespective.
All right. I think I love this. You know what is interesting? I agree with Princess. The governor of Erufai Namamano, Erufai once said, he once said that the most beautiful girl in Nigeria is not Miss Nigeria. You know that? He said the most beautiful girl is probably in somebody's house as a housewife. But the current Miss Nigeria is among the few ones that say, I want to be Miss Nigeria. One of them eventually won. So you have to come out and be that person we are looking for. But I want us to go back to the Bible. And I want us to use that in our scenario today. When Moses came, the children of Israel were not ready. They were not inclined to this change. They were not ready to leave even that place. That's why when they get to the one place, when they had difficulty, they were saying to Moses, it better when you leave us there than to bring us here to come and die. Even with all the signs they've seen. So what I want you people to contribute when we come back from this break is, yes, we know that Nigerians are docile right now because we don't participate in governance, like what Princess is teaching us, because we are not participating. But as a smart leader like Moses, when Moses came, the children of Israel were not ready to leave. He was the one that created, he imbibed in them the need to change, the need to live out, the need to get up, the need to carry your arms and fight. That is leadership. And that is what we expect from our governance. Yes, the system is corrupt. That is always going to be politics. And at that moment, you are not feeding your body, you're not feeding your soul. They're going to be hungry at the end. But let us go on the break. When I come back, the question I want to ask is, let us put our leaders as Moses, who come at the time of the children of Israel were sleeping in Egypt. They were sleeping. They were not ready to leave. But Moses was able, he even killed one person. And they had to say, when he came by, say, oh, are you not the one that killed the Egyptian? You understand? They were ready to put him in problem. Yet Moses did not stop. He took them out of that place. Meaning, when you are a leader, you protect the people. In fact, sometimes you protect them against themselves. By doing things they don't expect. That is what we call revolution. It doesn't have to be bloody. It doesn't have to be with fight. But it's a way you can ideologically revolute. Like what you said now. Some kids are now knowing that, oh, our leaders are corrupt. It's a normal slogan. Any child that up NEPA, corrupt Nigeria, that is the thing. And it is affecting us. It becomes in our DNA that we are corrupt. And before, if you keep saying one thing again and again, it begins to happen. Be afraid of what you say. Don't always call a child a bad name. That child will eventually become bad. Perhaps we need to change this whole narrative. But what I'm saying is, can we have somebody like Moses who can work against our current psyche of this dull mind and bring us out? And because when the people, children of Israel saw light, they now say, "Oh, we will follow you." He has to be Moses that will show us light. Peter Obi almost did. Peter Obi showed us light. We followed him.
63 years.
He didn't pay us money. Oh. He didn't spend money. He showed us light, and we follow Peter. So meaning there can be Moses. Our governors can be Moses. They can do changes. But let's go on the break. When we come back, people are going to tell us how our governor going to be Moses. I really want us to stick to that little angle. But let's go on the break and come back quickly.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business, and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion, and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Welcome back. Yes, this is Wake Up Nigeria, and my ladies are ready. They are able. In fact, I always say to people, if you want to try yourself, come enter the midst of these people, make the verse for you. You go know. You go know. Sometimes maybe we have pass, enter the pass, come out. When they hot, I go down. This is what this can get here. But what is beautiful is I agree with everybody here, because the truth is we have a system that is decaying and we're all part of it. But I still believe like the days of Moses, who came into that difficult situation and find a pathway. Like when Peter Obi came now, I want to use him as an example with somebody that we can remember. Peter came and he wasn't spending money like every other person, but we followed him. You understand? And if Peter had won the election, he would know that he has the people's support. So maybe it's time for Moses, the Moses we're looking for, to be different from the Moses we know. The Moses we're looking for should be that person who can help us get out without us following him. But listen, I always say to somebody, I say this: we go to church, and the pastor preaches good news. And from our mind, we put our hand in our pocket and we put money in the offering. Because what the pastor said makes sense. They should not be telling us, if a politician in Nigeria come out and preach the good news, hope, we will put hand in our pocket and support him. We've seen it with Peter. So it's not an excuse. Yeah.
We will soon start to bill you commercial time for this advert you dey do.
I know.
So they call her.
I don't know why. You know why I shouldn't be doing this. You understand? Because the rest will be angry with me. I am not. But one thing I like about it is, in terms of in my present time, in the first time when there was answers, there's something I wrote. I said what we could not do, the children are doing it. You understand? When the kids came out and said, no, we need a change, I was so proud of them, because that's something, it's long overdue. They were suppressed, but that awareness, the blood that was shed on EdSARS will never go in vain. You haven't seen anywhere. You go to read the Bible. Anytime you share blood, it never go in vain. That mission will never die. People might suppress it. The question is, which part of history do you want to belong to? The part of people that killed Jesus, or the part that supported Jesus? It's exactly. You see, when they were killing Jesus, supposed to be the killer. But some people were there saying, no, the man is innocent. History is not judging them. They are no more here. But we remember that man watch his hand come out. That, at least when you read that part of the Bible, your mind will cool down. The one that say, we want him dead, you see the end of anger. So that is how we'll be remembered. in this Easter. A lot of kids died on that day. Blood was shed. Which part do we belong? What is important is there's a mission. There was a mission. There was a mission was set out. We want a better country. It was not policemen. Policemen were suffering the same thing like the kids. The policemen who were fighting are actually the number one slaves. How can somebody receiving 60,000 naira have good sense? Tell me how person where they receive 60,000 naira, how he brain go dey work? He cannot work well. Have you seen the Nigerian police uniform? See the way they run in that song. Hunger. They, in fact, see them park in the back of vehicles. They follow one senator. Hey. Is that a normal person? Come and see policeman here. You will not tell a British policeman to do that rubbish. Because it's been taught that it is okay to be a policeman, that the job is a decent job, and this is what you're supposed to do, and he has a good life doing it. So we have nothing against the Nigerian police. We have nothing against the young people, but they're going to make us fight one another. What I'm saying is that what can we say to our leaders, or what do you think, knowing that we are where we are? I'm just saying in the case of the kids because there's an awareness already. So they cannot tell us that we are blank. They know we want a change, a positive change. The politicians know that. So if they say, oh, because we voted you, we didn't vote you so many times. Most of you took it by force. So they cannot blame us for saying that you got to power by force, or because you blame us so much. No, some of them, we didn't vote for them. Some of them took the power. No, I know you have to take it sometimes. So what I'm saying there is that the awareness, a person running for office today knows that the Nigerian children, they want change. They've demonstrated that during the NSAS. When you go to office and you do not work to their mission, it's not because you are not aware. There's an agenda set out for positive government. It's been set out. It's not hidden. That's why the young child can say, other politicians, because we have set out an agenda to liberate ourselves. The question is, who's going to take us out of it? You choose to come to become a government because you said you're going to liberate us. You're not doing so. There's no excuse blaming us. I exempt Nigerian public from that. You that know that we have a mission that we cannot do ourselves. That's why we voted you. Why are you waiting for us who are already okay? Or you force us to take the power, and you say, "Oh, now our fault, now make you take power." No, it's not the Nigerian man's fault. It's the fault of the leader that refused to follow the mission which the children are set out. I'm just countering what Princess said. But if that is not the case, tell us how our leaders can actually behave like Moses now. When Moses came, the children of Israel were not ready. They were not. Some of them, when you go tell them, go say, this man a drunkard. They were giving him all kind of names. You understand? And because Moses grew up, sometimes when God works, there's the miracle with the talk, not be so God they work sometimes. Do you know that God trained Moses? He prepared him. He grew up with the kings. He grew up in Pharaoh's home, so he knows how to dine, speak with them. He was prepared for the job. So many of them are now running, like you said now, it's good to even look at them, whether they even prepared them for the job. Do you know Moses did not get up from nowhere? He was a child that God made sure he go and grow up with Pharaoh. So he understands how to speak the language. And most of them today, they don't even know. It's either the language of the demons or the language of God. They are speaking the language of demons. Even though the language of the young people who want a change, is that the language they are speaking, or they are speaking the language of the old people? That is the question we ask. And I'm going to go back to Princess. So I'm going to say now, I know you blame us, Princess, for being part of the blame. The question is, has the young people not spell out what they want in that answers? As any politician, if they say they don't know what we want, they are in denial. Because we have said again and again that we want change. We want to be productive. We don't want to be hungry. We want to work. Is it true that they gave these young people opportunity to work and they refuse to work? Because at the end, you have to think of our level. Where is our blame coming from? That we did not participate when sometimes they know they're going to take it by force. We know they take it by force. Is that our blame? That's why I'm asking. Yes.
Daddy Chris, this
Yep.
matter, like I keep saying, Nigeria is a very complex society. You say that they take it by force. Is it the politician that went to the field to snatch the ballot box?
No.
You say the politician is old and he took it by force? Is it Baba that you are saying cannot work that went to the field to snatch ballot box?
No.
Is it not young people that used to go and do that assignment? Is it not young people? Is it not young
Yes.
people that carry the tools that they use to run the package? You say
Yes.
the young people are spelt it out. That is their opinion. There are other young people that have a different opinion. There are other young people that still follow what the elders are saying.
I
They have
agree.
a different opinion.
Yeah.
And you see those people, when you are saying NSAS, sir, I disagree with you. NSAS is a cause for fighting against oppression, fighting against what the SARS then was doing, the brutality, the unlawful killings,
But the truth is, they were looking for good
no,
governance.
that is, I want to explain. I want to explain. It
Okay.
was not for good governance. Let's not be mixing it. That's what I am Princess and I think Blessing were trying to say. Let's not mix it up. In that particular gathering, you had everybody. There was no political drama, irrespective of political divide. Now, a certain political party came into that NSAS and wanted to use it as an opportunity to recruit youth into their own political party, as it's based on, it is a kind of a youth party kind of thing. And
Yes.
I know the effect that it had here. As soon as they brought it up, they were like, okay, let's now gather together and let's now vote. Everybody was like, what? Bear, they come and ask, those kind of things. The point is, everybody gathered there because they were against this extrajudicial killings and all that. That was NSAS. It was NSAS.
That was the move.
You understand? Let us not be turning it. When it now comes to politics, it's a different ballgame. Everybody in that place will now divide. You will be very surprised how committed young people are to their political party. I'm telling you. You'll be
Now,
very,
now,
you see some,
now,
oh,
I
come
don't want to
on.
cut you. I don't want to cut you, but let me ask you this. Now, let's look at Peter Obi's campaign. Do you agree that money was not spent?
He's 63, sir.
Huh?
We are talking of young people, yes, sir. He's 63. Does that qualify as a youth, sir?
No, no. Peter is not a youth. No, I'm
I,
not saying
I'm
Peter.
not, I'm not, he just,
I'm not
he's a
talking about
fine
money
boy.
being spent.
He looks
I'm
very
not
fine.
talking. No,
He looks
I'm
like
talking
us.
about young people dedication to their movement. Do you agree with me that 90% of young people that work for Peter never did it because they were looking for money?
Sir, I'm going to bill you. I'm going to bill you for this, sir. We are doing
Oh,
this still too much.
this
He's
advert.
63, sir.
No,
Yes, the
I didn't say
advert is
no.
too
I am
much.
no. I'm saying the young followers.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
saying Peter himself. No, I'm not.
Yes, the young
I'm not saying the
followers
young
too.
followers.
Sir, without I it is not young followers. If you let me even extray that obedient movement. Obedient movement was not a young follower thing.
Yes.
It wasn't a young follower thing. It
No.
was a people conviction. Daddy
Good.
Chris, me and you know
No.
they're the same age grade. Me and you
No.
know they're the same age grade. And you
Exactly.
are a very serious obedient man. I can see it very well. So I'll
No,
bill you
maybe I'm
extra.
not. Maybe I'm not.
What I'm saying,
Because Peter said
well,
something wrong, I don't go support him.
don't be saying it. So what me I'm saying is that I know fathers, I know grandfathers, I know men who followed that thing. And I was in the field when people were voting. They were voting irrespective of political divide. I
Good.
saw PDP voted for Labour Party. I
Okay.
saw APC voted for Labour. I saw everybody voting for Labour Party. You
Good.
understand? And they
Yes.
were not children. They
Good.
were not children.
No,
They
no.
were
So,
way
no, so
above the age.
now you're making my
What I'm
point.
trying to say,
Now you make my
what I'm
point
trying to say,
there. Uh-huh.
what I'm trying to say is that obedient movement was not a youth movement as we would like to think. It was just something that people believe that this is what I wanted. But social media is more young people that blow it and all that. So that's why it is now marked as a young people
Yeah,
thing. You are not a young
Christians, I
person,
agree with
but
you.
you believe
We are
it. It is
I
not.
don't think we
So
have
when it
differences
comes
here.
to politics, that
Eh.
is when it comes to politics, there is no age. Don't believe
Agree.
that because you are young, you should follow a young person. You'll be very surprised how well young people stick. They are very loyal to their parties.
Yes.
You
Okay. No.
understand?
What I want to say. What I
Ehen.
want to say is this. What I want to say is this. I was following you up on what you said that we are part of it. We are part of it. It's like you say to us that when you show us light, we will not follow. I'm saying that
I don't
when
talk.
I don't
Oh,
want to call Peter Obi again. You know, when that
talk for you.
movement came, we followed it not because he did something for us, but because he's telling us something that we want to follow. He has shown us a
You
light
followed
that we
it,
want to
sir.
follow. Yeah, I did.
You
I did.
followed it.
I did.
Yeah, I
I
didn't follow
okay.
it.
I was not even in Nigeria to vote, but I followed. What I'm saying is,
You
why did
followed
I
it
follow?
ahead.
Why did I follow? It's not
I
money.
bet I am.
I didn't follow because of money. I follow because I agree with the principle. Everybody must not agree, but you do agree with me that 70% of people would have gone for that if we were thinking like normal people who want to get a good country. Now,
No, sir. No, sir. That's what I'm trying to say. No,
okay, I hear
sir.
you. I hear you.
The definition of normal,
I hear you.
is objective. You
It's
understand?
subjective. I agree
Like,
with you.
yes, in
Now
the office here,
you are just
we had
arguing.
this
I know
discussion.
you. You're a
We
smart
had this
woman.
discussion in the office.
Yes,
Daddy K, we had this
you're a
discussion
smart woman.
and we put the statistics on the ground. If you ask favor, she was like, no, no. I was like, okay, but look at the statistics so that at the end of the day, you will not come and say they cheat you or they disenfranchise you. You will not go and vote again. Then I played some things on the ground for her. I said, I mean, a camera they carry, but look at the things that are on the ground. You know, in Ovia Northeast, they cleared it whoopingly, as in they don't know whether they don't know who you be. They don't even vote before. They don't collect PVC. They all come as most children like this. Oh, they all come out like this. You see their father, they don't even know. They don't know the president. They don't know that they were not following the local politics on ground. So I asked them one simple question: when he wins, who is the local person in your area that will do your street and all that? Our political arrangement is different from other places. You get? So I asked them some very funny questions and we did some statistics. You understand? And they were making noise. And they went and came back and I said, shall I tell you? I'm not against him. I'm not against him. But the truth is that let us be very real. We cannot cry or we cannot miss what we never had. We cannot miss what we never had.
Yes, yes.
If he had entered, then we can say, this thing, I be like go or a good oh. We cannot miss what we never had. We cannot count our chicks before the eggs hatch. Because the same situations that we are facing now, he would have faced it. Because in their political manifesto, he said he was also going to remove subsidy. Atiku said he will remove subsidy. Our president now said he will remove subsidy. So if all three of them wanted to remove subsidy, that means we would have had a similar situation. Maybe manner of approach would have been different. But the point is that we cannot begin to count our chicks before it is hatched. You understand? But we cannot do anything.
No, wait.
Our political opinions are different.
You know what? Let me say this: in leadership, you don't. It's not the leader that gets the things done. What a good leader does is he pilots the activities and conceiving it, saying it first. Conceiving it is number one. The truth is, if it will be fair to say that subsidy is something every government wanted to remove. None of them had a strong political will to do so. Goodluck wanted it, he couldn't. You understand? Buhari wanted, they shot, the old man left. Now, Tinubu did it from day one. If Tinubu had stayed in office for 2 days, he would have done it. So we are out of it now. You understand? And that is how painful it can be, but we are out of it. It's done with. See, that's how brave leaders work. If you see the people that make changes in the world, they actually made the people, they tell them, they were caged. Shut up, live like this, because you need to be protected against yourself. That's what we're talking about. Moses was, in fact, Moses made sure if you don't leave, you're on your own. You were forced to carry your bag and follow Moses. It's that simple. Well, I want us to read one more news and then we can go home because we are out of time already. If I leave this woman, they will sell me. I know them. You see?
Okay, so let's take the Guardian.
All right, let's quick one.
The big story here this morning on the Guardian says that the poor funding model possibly stall $3.2 billion Eastern Rail project 3 years after. There's a breakdown here. Project was flagged off in March 2021 for delivery in 2023 to be funded by 85% foreign loan and 15% federal government counterpart contribution. The $3.2 billion project has been stalled by funding. Removal of old rail tracks without a definite plan for their replacement worries residents. And by the left, we have terrorists abduct 2 pregnant, 8 nursing women, 10 others in Katsina.
That's
This is on
that's
the
that's disturbing.
news
Pregnant
page.
women, I see the carry.
OPSN warns 200% electricity tariff hike may cripple 65% of businesses. This is on business page 18. Politically exposed convicts. How not to pardon. Exercise prerogative of
Prerogative of
mercy.
mercy, yeah.
News analysis page 4. Court affirms Ganduje's sack. APC kicks. Why Nigeria's foreign reserves dipped by Cardoso. FG kicks as Kanu leads conditions for resumption of trial. All eyes on PDP governors as I use lawsuit withdrawal alters balance for Damagum. This we have on. This is all we have on the Guardian.
There's this Afenifere leaders visit Tinubu demand restructuring security.
Secure.
And that's another good one.
Northwest.
Anyway, we've read that, and I think they've got that from us. The time is fast spent. I would say the Nigerian news, we can see that things are happening. We are on Vanguard now. I thought we were on Guardian. All right, let's
So
go
we're
back.
on the Guardian.
Yes, it was Guardian. Yeah. All right. So we are here, and we do the right thing. On this face here, you have this man in front of them, Minister of Works. Buhari is crying. Tinubu is smiling. I don't know why. Why did they pick those images? When I take time, Baba go the verse. So Buhari go the ask time. Why not use this my picture? You know, this I know they smile. The two people are smiling. Buhari is like crying. Now wow. When I take time, Guardian. Anyway, these are very people. They it's not time for my brother and I be president. Because the only thing I would say, and I want to raise this point on this show before we close today. If Yoruba people they won't run only one-sided government, may they tell us. Small time we say Buhari run a government, not this one, not this one, not this one, not. My question to Tinubu is: you came to power. Now, Sonny Igboho is now a free man. They all committed treasonable felony by law. Kano is still in prison. Why? I'm not an Igbo man. But why is Kano still in prison? What threat was Kano than this one? Now, just to reiterate the threat, there's one of the paper here we saying that they are parading the people, the Yoruba soldiers who want to form their own country. They are parading them on the streets. This is a country where I believe, guys, I believe, not everybody, I believe that the Yorubas have gained a lot in Nigeria. They are not left behind. They have always had a good share of the Nigerian cake. If anybody from the south have the share of the Nigerian cake, it's the Yorubas. So you came to power, you remove your brother, is free. The Igbo man go to prison. Why I'm saying this, it could happen to anybody. Okpama people, they are there, they can die. They are criminals, they killed 16 soldiers. God will save us. You know, you run a government that people can feel belonging. Right now, I have reservation. I'm happy it's your people that want to go away from the country. Let them say the day Yoruba break, Southside will break. Everybody will break. We don't want that. I say it again and again. We need the United States for Africa. In fact, people don't understand, I repeat it. The vision of Kwame Nkrumah, who helped us, let me use the word. Kwame Nkrumah was coming to Ghana, to Nigeria. When he was in Ghana, after liberating Ghana, he was coming to meet with people like Fela's mother. Sometimes he come with boats to meet them on how to liberate Nigeria. They were, if you find out the battle, the civil war in Nigeria, it was a meeting that failed in Ghana that came back. So they were doing leadership. What was the vision of Kwame Nkrumah? United States for Africa. We don't need a divided Nigeria. We need a united Africa. This is why I keep saying it, and I give this simple instance again. Before the European Union, there was no solid currency in Europe. The highest was Dutch mark. It was how much? It was way lesser than the US dollars. Some of them were, even Slovenia, where I was staying there, we call them Slovenian dollars. If you take a clean yash, it be like Nigerian naira today. But you know what they did? No, it's true. Today they came together. You know what they did? They formed the European Union. They said it's economic community. And they came up with one currency. That currency is now euro. Euro is bigger than, is higher than the dollars. That's the power when people come together. Go and talk of where's Naira talking, where is Cedis talking. All this African money is rubbish. If we come together and use one currency called Afro, or give it another name, that Afro will compete on the international stage. And we have respect as a people. This whole division, it doesn't help us. However, as we choose to unite, Tinubu, respect us as a people. I don't fight for division in Nigeria, but as we fight for the United States for Africa, those of us, let us have local justice. That's one thing I would say. And these are Ferry now fighting for independence. When you see this kind of thing, you are telling other people to go on their own. People always think the North will not survive if they break away. Big mistake. The amount of mineral deposits in the North, if they go and dig their soil, they'll probably be richer than us. Because everybody is sitting down at home waiting for oil money from the South. You see, now these people like them, princess, their village. Anywhere you look around there, now oil you will see. Okay? They see the oil fully body self. Would that be a good place? Charity, it's good to have you today. I like to see these strong women. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We had it. We need to disagree to agree. That's the beauty of all these things. We need to disagree to agree, and that's why we are here. We agree to disagree. All right, and that is where we are. I don't know whether it is a good place to call off the show. It's now 1 hour 52 minutes. If we do more than this, we'll be greedy. Come on, make we rest so that tomorrow we'll do another one. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
All right, good. So, what we say is Edo State, please. We don't say na be the hard meeting. I will talk. That to the deputy governor. Because me, I never enter that case never end in my book. Wherever una put him, when I go bring the man out, we want to see him. You understand?
India where?
They were okay. So you don't accept defeat now.
I don't know, but I know say they were.
Okay, well. Mona not put her for prison. Not the next day, if we keep quiet, Obasanjo will go demolish in a real house. He don't demolish the security gate. Before we go know now, he will go demolish house. Obasanjo himself, you know, dictatorship, they sweet these governors. So all our governors.
I know fit there here. I know fit there here. Maybe they talk say dictatorship. You see, we need to look matter where. He get why he go do am. You understand? No break.
Okay.
He get why.
Tell us why. We go take this one end the show. Why did Obasanjo break the security gate has been there? You don't see a break since so now neither security gate be problem. Tell us.
He say na ordinary citizen now. I'm quoting. According to the ministry where he go do the work. Say na ordinary citizen now. And the security post actually the opposite in house across the road by the golf course fence. So now make them go remove am. I sure say to tell that security post dey front of the gate. I sure say they for no remove am.
But wait, so any ex-governor when he gets security opposite the gate, now don't go remove them. I'm talking of ex-governor. Like okay, so
no, I'm not sure.
What I'm saying now is if this guy has been preaching, because I'm not sure governors have gates opposite them, but if they do, have we removed all those ones? Why is this one that they just removed yesterday that they've just gone there with heavy caterpillar when we not see take grade the bad roads where they will be? That caterpillar should be grading road. It should be grading road. Now that one they see go break.
The opposite.
It's the opposite. Now that one go break that one. Among all of, and the thing they see is you don't become not a citizen. I know people they be lawyers. I brought one lawyer. He tell us, say, you know what he said? The man said he said he reviewed government secrets. I said how? He said he went to court. I said how? The man went to review government secrets. He said no, by virtue of presenting the case in court, that the case is already in the public domain. Anybody can go there. So that is why he's been impeached for going to court. God there. In fact, I can't bring that man to have him on an interview one day. I need to see that.
No. Bring her when I day here. More talk the matter.
No, that's what
we'll bring her.
We'll bring her.
Bring her. May talk her.
I'll try and get to him. All right. That's a good place to end the show, people. This is Wake Up Nigeria, and this is my girl. There's Edo, and there is Abuja, and here I connected with you today from London. Do stay out of trouble. Please, let's give justice a chance, not peace. Give justice a chance, Tinubu. Let there be equal distribution of our resources. We don't want Nigeria to break. Tell your people, we don't need no Yoruba nation. We need the United States for Africa. We need to have one currency, and we should be traveling from one place to the other easily. That's what the European Union did. Everybody, if you are in Romania, you can go here and work. Once you join the Union, you become Commonwealth. In fact, what I want to ask our people is, what is the essence of the British Commonwealth? That one when Big Queen give us. Say Commonwealth. Now the big language, Commonwealth. The Commonwealth not get one single currency. The Commonwealth not fit travel from one place to the other. The Commonwealth remain divided. What we need is common Africa. God bless you all, and God will remain to bless you. Go to church, and I say, Princess, I am very proud of you. I really want you to preach on our platform. Not be only that church, you go preach. We'll get Sunday program. Princess, preach to us. You need to see her on stage, on the pulpit. No, I was really proud. And I'm blessed. You know, there's a way God works. God will use you to say something to people. Sometimes when I was doing my Yoruba show, I would come to that show. I don't write anything. I would talk for 2 hours. Believe me, none of what I would say would be rubbish, because God was speaking through me. And I don't know that God is going to speak through me, so I just come and I say it. And anything I say, I take it as law. And that is how I've always run that show. Princess, what you said, you saw something to me that you didn't know, but I won't say it on this show. Let's end the show there. I love you guys, and I love you in Abuja. Stay out of trouble, Abuja. No wicked day do not do backyard if not misbehave. Wicked day there. Someone take time. All right, now we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh la la, the second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come.
Are you tired of endless search for the perfect property? Look no further. Let SRTV Real Estate be your trusted partner in the journey to finding your dream home.
We can offer you a dream home in a serene environment and beautiful ambience, surrounded with mother nature. That's definitely what you crave for. Well, you asked for it, and here we have it. Why not live the best of your dreams by making good with time, space, and value? The smartest form of real estate investment is that which is done at the initial public offer.
Join the long list of satisfied clients who have chosen SRTV Real Estate for all their property needs. We pride ourselves in turning your dreams into homes.
Act today. Secure your slice of a palace, even on a flexible payment plan, and embark on a journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Your dream is valid, living in a place of fabulous wealth and great opportunities. Don't compromise the standards of living. Explore the world of vast opportunities by investing in SRTV Real Estate today. Superb location, habitable, accessible, attractive, and a secret to every smart investor. For your real estate, SRTV is trusted and reliable.
Contact us today with the number on the screen or
email us at realestate@superiorradioandtelevision.com.